Hi everyone, my name is Mackenzie Drazan and I am a very passionate mental health advocate and somebody who got introduced to mental health care through my sister who struggled a lot with her mental health and who I ultimately lost to suicide. And I know that the grooming community recently lost a very special person, and so I just wanted to share some tips from my experience of kind of what my experience was like getting through the loss of my sister, talk a little bit about grief, and hopefully share some ideas that maybe can help you in this time. The first thing though that I want to just stress is that the grieving process is something that is very unique to everyone. So just because something worked for me doesn't mean it's the right strategy for you. And that can honestly be a little bit of a hard thing because you and your loved ones and your friends may be grieving in very different ways. And I think a lot of time it comes from a place of love, but sometimes people might try and tell you how to grieve. And that can be hard to hear because, it's just, that's not the right thing for you. And I want you to know that that's okay. If something works for one person, it doesn't work for you, that's totally fine. That's normal. The important thing is that you do what helps you get through the day, as long, of course, as it's not something that's harmful to yourself or others. So, all right, enough of that. The tips that I found to be really helpful for myself was that right after Shelby passed away, I didn't feel strong enough to really process what had happened. I didn't want to talk about it with others yet. I wanted distractions. I wanted to hang out with people that had no idea that my sister just passed away. They acted totally normal around me. And that helped give me the time and the space between losing my sister to then have that strength to be able to start processing what had happened. That's one thing that worked for me. My mom grieves in a totally different way, where for her, constantly talking about my sister and sharing memories right after it happened was what helped her process. And so again, grieving is different for every person. So it's best to just do, what works for you and listen to yourself and know that it's going to hurt and it's going to be really painful. And the more you can live in your emotions and try not to box them up, the better it is. The next piece I would say is consider getting help, get professional help for it. That totally transformed me. I had some PTSD after losing my sister, and I worked with a therapist who she used something called EMDR, and that helped me not have PTSD episodes, and I haven't been triggered since working with her. Finding care is hard, and on that part I got you. I started a website to help people find mental health care. So you can go to miresource.com and you can plug in your information, answer some questions, and we'll help you find a mental health professional that specializes in grief, that takes your insurance, or can do the occasional pro bono session, or maybe has sliding scale, or if you want to pay out of pocket, great. So head to that. I think we'll put that in the comments, so go ahead and check that out if you want to consider seeking professional help. It's an amazing thing to do. It's kind of like, I equate it to, you can go to the gym and you can get really fit, or you can work out with a personal trainer and they can help you get fitter faster. Therapy is kind of the same thing. You can try it. If it works for you, great. If you find it helpful, great. If not, then you can stop. It's hard. Grieving the loss of somebody that you loved and that you were close to, or that you really wish was still there, it's hard, and it's never going to not be hard. It's just going to change over time. You're never going to forget them. But that pain, it gets different over time. So it's just something that you have to feel those emotions, lean into that pain, even though it really hurts and it's not fun. But over time, it will get different, and you just have to trust that process. I hope you found this helpful. Please feel free to shoot any questions into the comments. I know there's probably a lot of people out there that can also share their advice of what they found to be helpful. But again, keep in mind that there's no one fit solution for how to manage grief. So be kind with yourself, connect with friends, family members, and make sure you take care of your mental health. Remember your basics: sleep well, eat well, move your body, spend time with loved ones, family, friends, community, and hang in there. Thanks, guys.